Hey everyone, I'm King. Welcome back to King Spade channel. So I had changed to the third job Shadow Chaser, and with that the Shadow Chaser has one more skill that can be set as a new build on its own, and that is the Magic Trap build. Now this skill is very useful, especially in PvP. Combo with the hiding skill, you can essentially be a silent killer. You can cast out the Magic Trap skill and still be invincible the whole time. You can also use this skill for easy monster grinding, but there are a lot of debate as to how this skill works, because some of the stats does not increase the Magic Trap skill damage, and for that it is hard to make the right equipment setup, the right build for the Magic Trap build. So in this video I'm going to do several tests to figure out what stats will affect the Magic Trap damage and what stats does not. Alright, for the first test, let's test the Magic Trap with the Ignore Defense stat. Now what's special about the home training dummy is that you can customize the dummy setting, its race, element, and so on. The Ignore Defense stat is a counter to the defense of the target, but the training dummy as it is has no defense, so testing it with just it is will not show any difference on the damage. So for that we need to raise the dummy strength a little higher so that it simulates monsters that has defense. For the Ignore Defense test, I'm going to test it by equipping and unequip the Nut on Head headgear that have 5% Ignore Defense stat. So first, let's test the damage without the Nut on Head headgear. The damage is about 16,000. Now let's equip the Nut on Head headgear to have the 5% Ignore Defense stat, and now the damage increased to 17,000. The Ignore Defense stat increase the Magic Trap damage. Next, let's test it with the penetration stat. For that, I'm going to use the Bone-in Mouth headgear that have 3% penetration stat. Let's test the damage without the Bone-in Mouth headgear first. The damage is about 16,000. And now, let's equip the Bone-in Mouth headgear. The damage is now 17,000. The penetration stat increases the Magic Trap damage. Next, damage percentage stat. For this, I'm going to use the Devil Wing backwear for the 5% damage increase. The damage without the Devil Wing is about 16,000. Now let's equip the Devil Wing. The damage increased to 17,000. The damage percentage stat increased the Magic Trap damage. Now for the next stat, I want to test on the physical damage stat. It probably has the same effect as to the damage percentage test previously, but just to be sure, you'll never know, right? And for that, I will use the Rudolph Horn headgear for the 5% physical damage stat. Without the Rudolph headgear, the damage is about 16.8 thousand. Now let's equip the Rudolph headgear, and now the damage is 17.4 thousand. It is actually expected. The physical damage stat increased the Magic Trap damage. Next, the attack percentage stat. For this, I'm going to use the Cat Ear Beret headgear that has 4% attack increase. Without the Cat Ear Beret headgear, the damage is about 16.8 thousand. And now let's equip the Cat Ear Beret headgear. The damage is now 17.3 thousand. The attack percentage stat increased the Magic Trap damage. Next, range physical damage. The Niles bracelet offhand equipment is perfect for this test. It has 15% range physical damage. The damage without the Niles bracelet is about 16,000. Now let's equip the Niles bracelet. The damage increased to about 17.8 thousand. The range physical damage stat definitely increased the Magic Trap damage. Let's continue to the next stat, damage to monster stat. I got the Mistletoe weapon card for this test. I suppose this will increase the Magic Trap damage, but let's test it to make sure. Without the Mistletoe card, the damage is about 17.8 thousand. Now let's equip the Mistletoe card. The damage is still 17.8 thousand. That's very odd. Looks like the damage to monster stat does not affect the Magic Trap damage. Next, we have the damage to race stat. Here I have the Orc Lady card that increased damage to the insect race by 5%. So for this, I need to change the training dummy race to the insect race. And let's test the damage. Without the Orc Lady card, the damage is about 18,000. And now let's equip the the Oak Lady card. The damage is now 18,700. The damage to raise stat increase the magic trap damage. Moving on, we have damage to element stat. For this test, I have the Vadon card that increase damage to fire monster by 20%, and so I need to change the training dummy element to fire. The damage without the Vadon card is about 18,700. Now let's equip the Vadon card. The damage jumped to 21,000. The element stat increased the magic trap damage. Now that is the damage against the target element. How about the stat that increase your own element damage? The magic trap skill, according to the skill description, deal neutral damage. So does increasing neutral element in your build will increase the magic trap damage? To test that, I have the Wigtail crest headgear. This is the Harpy head headgear, so to say. It has 5% neutral element damage. I think in ROM Classic, this is the only item that has the stat so far to increase neutral damage. So let's test it. Without the Wigtail crest headgear, the damage is about 35,400. With the Wigtail crest headgear, the damage increased to 36,800. Yep, increasing the neutral damage does increase the magic trap damage. Alright, we are not done yet. We still have a few stats to test. The next one is a little bit special. I want to test on the auto trigger effect when attacking the target. What I want to know is if I use the magic trap skill to deal damage to the target, does the Spade pursuit skill can trigger the disabling strike skill? So this test is easy. I just need to use the magic trap skill on the training dummy and see if the damage increase when the disabling strike skill is proc. And looks like the disabling strike skill does not proc from the magic trap damage. With this, I suppose this also applies to the covered shot skill. The skill lowers the target crit rate, hit and movement speed upon dealing damage. But it seems like the magic trap skill is not considered as an offensive damage skill. Rather, it reduces the target HP, I presume similar to debuff effect like poison and burn. To test this further, let's continue to the next test, the skill damage stat, to see if the magic trap is really considered as a skill damage or not. For that, just for this test, I had chosen the Frioni card from the free MVP card event for this CBT and had salvaged a lot of cards to get the ground dust to synthesize the Frioni card to the Frioni star card for the 10% skill damage. Anyway, let's test it. Without the Frioni star card, the damage is 18,000. Now let's equip the Frioni star card for the skill damage stat. The magic trap damage does not change. So yeah, looks like the magic trap is indeed not considered as an attack skill that deals offensive damage. Perhaps, like I said, instead of skill damage, it inflicts debuff effect that reduces HP per second to the target within the effective area. Now, since the magic trap skill is essentially not an attack skill, the Snow Child headgear that has the effect to deal additional true damage upon attacking the target will not be triggered when used with magic trap skill. Here is the damage without the Snow Child headgear. After equipping the Snow Child headgear, the magic trap damage remains the same. There is no additional true damage. Alright, that is a lot of tests for the magic trap skill, but we have one more test to do, the last test, and that is the size damage. So I don't have the Desert Wolf card to increase the damage on small size monster, and I also don't have the Minotaur's card that increase damage to the large size monster. But I found a brilliant way to do this test, and that is by using the Desert Twilight Dagger weapon. This weapon has stat to increase 25% damage to the large size monster, but it has a base attack of 144. To offset this, I found the level 70 basic dagger weapon army knife. It has the same base attack 144. So this is perfect to test for the size damage. To see if this works, let's test it with the normal attack first. But before that, the training dummy size needs to be changed to large size. Using the army knife, the normal attack damage is 1180. Let's switch to the Desert Twilight weapon. The normal attack damage is 1300 326. So yeah, this test worked. So now let's test it with the magic trap skill. Using the army knife dagger, the magic trap skill deal about 6285 damage. Now let's switch to the desert twilight dagger, and the magic trap damage remain the same. The size damage does not increase the magic trap damage. Alright, that are all the tests that I can think of for the magic trap skill. Well, the reason why I make all these tests is actually to figure out how to make the Shadow Chaser magic trap build the right way. With this information, I can now start setting up the magic trap build correctly. And now you can start making your magic trap build too. So stay tuned for my magic trap build setup. That's it for this video. This time video shoutout goes to... Thank you for always supporting me and this channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next video. And as always, happy playing. Bye bye.